Hello and welcome to this video tutorial. Today we're looking at creating in-cell charts that actually are useful and don't lie about the data, which Sparklines, which is what we're looking at today, tend to do by default, but it's very easy to set them up so that they actually can be useful. So our data here is just some client data. I want to chart how they're comparing over the first 3 months. So I want little charts in these cells here. So I'm going to select over my data because that's a good place to start. Now you can use insert and then Sparklines. So over here, we could select column as our Sparkline. The difficulty with this is that you then have to go and tell Excel where to put the data. And so it's a few extra steps. I'm going to just undo that. And instead of doing it through the menus, I'm just going to do it through the quick analysis here. And I'm going straight to Sparklines. Yes, I want columns. It's automatically created in the cell to the right of my data. Now, you might already be seeing some problems here. We've got a number here, which is 23, which has been represented by this line. But here's a number 90 that's also being represented by this line. And here's the value of 56. So just of itself, the only thing this Sparkline is telling us right now, this chart is telling us, is that the values in February are a bit higher than March here. And obviously January. And then things went down across the 3 months in the weekly training, and things are going up steadily. Well, they're going up in the fortnightly training, but there's no real comparative data here. It's on the face of it pretty useless. So what I'm going to do is select my Sparklines, and then I'm going to the Sparkline tab. And the secret to making this make sense is the axis area. So I'm going to click on axis. What we want is the vertical axis minimum value to be exactly the same for all our Sparklines. So I'm going to click here, same for all Sparklines. Now, it's sort of done something, but not really a lot. You can see here that there's 23 and there's 45. This does not look like half of 45. So while that was an option, there's a smarter option still, and that's custom value. So we're selecting all our Sparklines, we're going to custom value, and we're going to set it to 0. That makes sense. 0 is the smallest value that we could have for our clients. We wouldn't have a negative number of clients. So I'm going to click OK. And now things are looking a bit better. This looks about half of this. So we've got more sense, but only just. This value here is 120 and this one's 45. You can see that the comparative values within a row are comparing really well, but across rows is just not making sense at all. Well, back to axis. And what we're going to do is set the maximum value to the same for all Sparklines. And when we do that, now we're working on a similar axis. So when we see 45 here, it's a little bit less than the 56 here. So this is a more accurate set of Sparklines. They're still not perfect, but they do give you an idea as to how your data is trending. And some people find it easier to see data trends this way than try and extract them from numbers. And these little in-cell charts, these Sparklines, are a really handy way to do that. But you need to make sure that they tell the truth and don't lie, or don't misinform, if you like. Obviously, these Sparklines are live, and so if we discover that in actual fact in January we had 123 one-off trainings, then I'm going to change that value. You can see the Sparklines are automatically changing. This one's actually getting a little bit small. You see that jump a bit because now the maximum value of the axis, the y-axis, is going to be 123 because we have a much larger number here. So there's a nice live in-cell charting option for you to use in Microsoft Excel. If you like carefully researched content like this, clearly presented in a step-by-step format so that you can get great results every time, then you'll love my other YouTube videos. So give this video a thumbs up and click to subscribe to the channel. And on the screen now, you'll see a video that I've handpicked for you to watch next.